So there's this golden rule that if you go to the grocery store, when you come back home with 1,000,001 bags, you make one trip do for all. So you're going to put all these bags on your arms, whatever. You're going to make sure that every single bag that you packed into your car, you can walk into the house in just one trip. And so don't let you live on the third floor. Don't let you live on the second floor. Don't let you live so far away from your home, because then it just makes your walk a little bit longer. And I mean, realistically speaking, who really wants to make 1,000,001 trips if they live on the third floor? My mom used to live on the third floor, and it was my favorite thing to do. Grab all these bags at once. Come on, me and my brothers, we would grab everything and we would hurry up and get up those stairs. And I felt so good when I was able to just finally drop all of the bags in the kitchen, because you can't just drop them in the doorway. No, you drop those bags in the doorway and you're gonna get yelled at. So you have to take an extra couple steps into the kitchen and put the bags down. Wow, it felt good to just carry all of that weight up those stairs and then finally be able to put it down. I use that analogy to help me get through this release phase. So welcome to the closing stage of the Free Yourself segment. I began this segment because I wanted to basically just talk about my struggles and just explain how I'm getting through, and also, if it helps you, then it helps you. If it doesn't, hey, I understand not everything is meant for everybody. But I'm in that point where I'm ready to just drop all those bags in the kitchen. And I know that it's going to be a long time before I have to go back to the store and pick up anything else. So I know that the next time I go to the store, I'll make my next trip smarter, not harder. So that takes me to releasing. As I mentioned in my last podcast, letting go of what holds you back, it is complicated. Sometimes it does feel like it's impossible, but you have to tell yourself, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's easier said than done. But when you remember what you're trying to let go of, then you're going to understand why it's so important to never go back. When I started Free Yourself, I began by just scratching the surface, acknowledging just 3 components of what I felt was holding me back. But as I continued on, I was like, well, we're just scratching the surface. And I said that in order for me to really truly let go, I have to acknowledge any and everything that's holding me back. Whether that was, home life, work life, or my personal life, who I'm letting into my personal space. If it was anything that was causing me to feel that I didn't have control of my life, I had to say, well, you know what? We gotta let go. And so I had to create a plan and stick to it, because that's the only way that this release process is going to work for me. I gotta let go of everything. Let go of everything. No, I cannot keep dibbling and dabbling into what was holding me back, because if I do, I'm working harder, not smarter, and I'm trying to not continue to take those same trips and carry all this weight, because why? I don't need to. So, I had to let go. I have to be ready to release. And when I tell you, entering this release stage, it is like a breath of fresh air. Like, I see life differently. I am moving differently. I'm thinking differently. Like, everything about me just feels different. And I feel that. And I feel that I've got my confidence. I've got my confidence back that I feel like I ain't even had in a long time. But it took a long time to get to this point. And yeah, it's still a struggle. I'm not saying that I fully let go of everything, because no, again, it's complicated. You can't just let go of something this week and then next week you're ready to say, yeah, I'm releasing all of this bad energy and all of these fears that I've had of myself. No, it's still an ongoing process. But once you reach that release stage, you have to think about everything that you've let go to make you feel great again, and don't go back. So you can't be dibbling and dabbling. You can't go backwards and forth, because now you're playing yourself. You're putting yourself in a situation to say, well, I just need to go back for a little bit because, I mean, it just makes me feel good. But it doesn't. Maybe in the moment, but once that moment is over, guess what? You back to feeling how you was when you were acknowledging everything that was holding you back and why it had such a strong hold on you. So if you're really ready to release, baby, you have to tell yourself why you're not going back and stick to it. I mentioned to you guys that I have a fear of acceptance. I didn't feel that I was good enough. I felt that people were not going to accept me because, maybe I didn't have the credentials, or I just didn't have confidence in myself. So I felt that because I didn't have confidence in myself, everyone else was going to notice that. And truth be told, people notice. People notice when you don't have confidence in yourself. And so once I let go of that fear of acceptance, I said, forget what people think, forget what people say, because it doesn't matter. As long as I feel good, as long as I know what I'm doing, who are you to tell me? Nobody. You can't tell me anything that I know that I can execute well. So, move on. Let go of that fear of acceptance, because that's just going to hold you back from any future endeavors that is going to take you from where you are right now to somewhere greater. So I had to let go. I had to say, you know what? It does not matter what anybody thinks, what anybody says. All that matters is that you feel good about what you did. So boom, I let go. I let it go. I walk around with my head held high because I have confidence in myself. I also had a fear of excelling. I'm always nervous to try new positions with my career because I feel like I'm not capable of, this opportunity, or I'm still missing a lot of pieces to the puzzle. But how can you put that puzzle together if you don't ever really sit down and try, So boom, you got to let go of that. You got to tell yourself you're only as good as what you put out. You're only as good if you try. And if you never try, then you're never going to be good. So if I have this fear of excelling, I have to tell myself, why? Why are you so nervous? Why you feel like you can't accomplish this? And again, you stuck in your head talking about, well, I have a fear of not doing the best because I see how people give feedback and I don't like negative feedback. That's not gonna work. This world is all about what other people think, but you can't let what other people think stop you from reaching your goals. If your goal is to become a manager, okay, keep doing what you're supposed to do to become that manager. Ain't nobody gonna stop you from reaching your goals but yourself. Because at the end of the day, we're only responsible for ourselves and our success. So if you want to excel, you can't have that fear of excelling, because you're basically just saying, okay, I'm content with being stagnant. I want to move up, but I'm comfortable right here. No, you got to get out of your comfort zone, because I told you, when you're uncomfortable, that's how you know that a change is coming, and that's how you know that you're doing what you're supposed to do, because you feel uncomfortable. So embrace that uncomfortableness. Also, I mentioned that I had a fear of not doing enough. I felt that, when I was reading those text messages between my brother, I felt that, oh man, was there anything else that I could have done? Was there anything else that I could have said? Was I supposed to be there? And all his reply was, thanks, sis. I love you. So right then and there, I did my job. I did my part. So I have to get out of my own head thinking that I have to do more than. Because if no one tells you that, hey, you were supposed to do this, or I was expecting you to do that, then keep going. You did your part. So in order for me to let go of that fear of not doing enough, I have to be confident in what I am doing and knowing that I gave my best effort and I did what I can do. You can't feel, or you can't walk around and say, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, or I could have done this and I could have done that. You can't walk around like that every single day, because then you're shutting yourself down. You're knocking what you've actually done. And you just need to have confidence in everything that you do, even if you feel like it's not enough. Unless somebody tells you, hey, you did not do enough, keep going. Keep doing what you've already been doing. Don't let fear get the best of you. And that's to me the hardest thing. I have a fear of this, a fear of that. And so that keeps me away from life itself. But I'm telling you, I feel so good. I feel great. Also, like I mentioned, there was way more that I had to let go of than just these 3 things that I mentioned. I also had to let go of being in a toxic situationship. And when you actually reach that point where you can acknowledge that, hey, this is very toxic, this is not good for us, then that's step 1. But then the hardest part is walking away, deleting the message thread, not calling again, not seeing each other again. That's the hard part, because you've spent so much time together, growing together, learning each other. But as you were learning each other, other things were happening and things just started changing. So I'm in this release stage and I feel great because, yeah, I contributed to, the toxic situationship. I have my own toxic traits. I do. We all do. But I have to be woman enough to say, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. We just need to dead the issue and call it quits. It hurts. But over time, you start to love self more. You start to do more for self. You just start to live life for self and not dependent on what anybody else may say, what this person may feel, or as if you're stepping on someone's toes. It is not easy letting go of something that you're so used to. It's not. And I'm being honest. I battle with it every single day. I still check my messages, see if anybody replied, see if you messaged me, anything. Then sometimes my feelings get hurt because I don't see a blue dot letting me know that I have a new message, or checking my FaceTime and see I don't have a missed call from you. But I feel great because I know that we both had this agreement that, hey, we're going to let go. We're not going to do this anymore. There's no hard feelings. We're going to dead the issue. And we're just going to move on. Moving on is hard. But when you let go of what you felt was holding you back, you realize just what you're capable of. And I mean, you can see life for what it truly is, and that is what is so amazing. To be able to see life for what it truly is from your view and your viewpoint only. No one else there to cloud your judgment. You have your own confidence. You have your own self to keep pushing. So, how do you feel when you reach this point of freeing yourself? Do you really feel free? Do you really feel that you can successfully let go and not go back? Do you feel like once you drop all those bags in the kitchen, it was well worth the release? I mean, because I know I do. I still think about walking up the stairs with all of those bags on my arms with, cans and all types of stuff. It's always like the heavy stuff that we got to carry. And when you finally let it go, when you finally let go of all of that heavy stuff, how do you really feel? How does it make you feel? That's what I want to know. I want to know, how does it make you feel to just drop everything and take a deep breath for yourself? For me, it feels amazing. I feel amazing. I have a confidence that I feel that I have not had in a long time. And I am grateful for it. I am grateful that I have gone through the things that I've gone through in order to begin this segment. It's not easy to free yourself from what's holding you back. And I don't want you to feel that I'm telling you that it's easy, because I know that it's not. I'm not just speaking about, something that I read on the internet. I'm speaking from my own experiences. And I know that for me, it is really hard to let go of just what's in my mind and start to see life for what it really is. I'm grateful for this journey that I've taken, and I am excited to see where it takes me. My sis asked me, why would you want to go back to that? Why would you want to entertain that again? And I had to look at her and I said, I don't know. And from there, I had to tell myself, girl, she's speaking the truth. Why would you go back to something that made you feel less than? That made you question your self-worth? That made you question everything? Why? And that's not just relationship related. That's also with my other fears, all those things that holds me back. Why would you want to go back? And if I can't really give you a great answer, that means that I should not go back. I should not go back. And I have to work hard so that I do not go back. I'm excited for this journey. And I hope that if you've listened to every single episode since this segment began, I hope that you were able to sit down and, even if you didn't say anything to anyone, I hope that you were able to write it down and acknowledge what was holding you back. I hope that you were able to create a plan and successfully begin executing that plan of letting go. And if you're at your release stage, I hope that you're enjoying it, because it feels amazing. You know that song, Bag Lady, You Gon' Hurt Your Back? I love that song because she's just speaking real, saying, girl, you carrying all this extra baggage with you, and for what? And for what? And for what? Drop them bags, girl. Drop them bags. Do you. Do you. Do you with confidence. See, I done hit that point where I was uncomfortable. And I know that because I'm uncomfortable, ain't nothing else left to come but success, greatness. My confidence is at an all-time high that I will not let anyone ever again take away from me. Even myself. I will not allow myself to block what it is that I'm truly capable of. And when I can sit there and say that, I will repeat that over and over again. Because, again, I get in my own way half of the time because of just what I think. I'm so hard on myself in my head that I miss the fact that I am a great person, a wonderful person, a brilliant person. I miss all of that. All because I'm focusing on what I did not do well or what I felt I did not do enough of. I'm sitting here trying to correct something that nobody ever told me was wrong. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why are you trying to fix something that did nobody say was broken? Ooh. 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 Can I say that again? Why you trying to fix something that didn't nobody tell you was broken? So as I embrace this last stage, I'm only going to look back and reflect on where I was and where I am today. Because a month ago, I would not have thought that I would be sitting and feeling the way that I am today. I probably would still be in my head. But I've learned how to not let self get in the way, not let fears get in the way, not let others get in the way of me. So again, it all starts with you. You have to be willing to let go of any and everything that is holding you back. Because if you only let go of this, but don't let go of that, how you gonna fully let go? Because I'm pretty sure that it's like a train reaction. It's a domino effect. If you let go of this, then everything else will be released as well. But if you don't let go of one thing and you try to let go of something else, you're gonna have conflicts. You're still gonna have issues with the self. So to be the best self that I can be, I had to figure out what can I do to free myself from myself. What can I do? And the best way for me to free myself from myself is to, again, acknowledge what was holding me back. Acknowledging why it had such a strong hold on me. Like, who did I think I was? Why did I allow all these fears, all these toxic traits, everything? Why did I allow all of that to take control of my life? Why? Because I was in a honeymoon phase. I was in a you can do better than this phase. I was in a let me fix something that wasn't broken phase. But why? Why? Here I am, finally able to look back and say, I'm proud of where I am today. And I hope that you're able to look back and say, I'm proud of where I am today as well. But remember, as you look back, don't go back. Don't go back. Don't dibble and dabble. Because if you dibble and dabble, you causing yourself to feel the same way that you did when you were first trying to acknowledge what was holding you back. And that's the hardest part, acknowledging what's holding you back. Because once you're able to really sit down and say, you know what, this is what's holding me back, then you about ready to take control of yourself again. And I know that, a lot of people are going to say, well, you really can't take full control of life. You just have to give it to God and let it do what it do. But I mean, as you give it to God, as you give it to whomever you worship, because I don't want to put one religion on anyone as you give it to whomever. Just remember why. Just remember why. Again, letting go of what holds you back, it is complicated. It is so complicated. But you can and you will reach that point of feeling great about self. Feeling like you are in control of self again. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this segment. If you have, any doubts with yourself, write it down. Create a plan for yourself to become a better you. And if you're at this release stage, I hope that you're embracing it. I hope that you're enjoying that uncomfortableness. I hope that you're just enjoying every single phase that you've gone through to get to this point. Because it is a beautiful struggle. It is. But you can do it. Just gotta remember why you let go. And once you remember why you let go, oh my gosh, your release is gonna feel amazing. Carrying all those heavy bags up the stairs. Still walking into the kitchen before you can let them go. Wow. Once you're able to let them go, you're gonna feel great. You're going to feel great when you drop all those bags so you don't miss your bus. You're gonna feel great. Thank you again. Thank you.